Recently, I had to do jury duty for the first time, and there were a million things that nobody tells you, and I'm here to tell you. So you've gotten your jury duty summons, and for whatever reason, you don't have an excuse that's valid enough to get out of it. When you get near your court date the night before, you have to call them and see if your number has been calling. They're just going to read off a list of numbers. If the number you're assigned was called, then you have to go to the courthouse the next morning. This does not give you a lot of time to tell your employer, but your employers, at least in Oregon and I assume in every state, are required to give you that time off without penalty. However, they are not required to give you pay. You're going to want to bring snacks, water, and some kind of entertainment with you. You might have a break to go get food, but you're going to get hungry. Even if you end up not actually having to stay the entire day on panel, which I'll get to in a minute, you're going to be there for a solid 3 hours before they even actually select the jury. 40 people get called, and obviously only 12 of you will actually be on the jury. During this time, you're going to have to watch a couple videos, but mostly you're just going to be sitting there. So this is why you're going to want to bring a book or something to keep you entertained. And don't expect the royal treatment. When I went, they didn't even have fans or air conditioning in the courthouse, and it was miserable. It was in August. You'll eventually get called into the courtroom where you're going to hear what the case is about. At this point, 24 people will be randomly selected. The lawyers are going to ask those 24 people some random questions because they're allowed to eliminate certain candidates from the jury. Once this process is finished, and yes, it takes forever, you'll all go into a room again and wait while the judge randomly selects which jurors are going to actually be on the jury. Once those 12 people have been announced, if you are one of them, you'll stay for the entire hearing. This might just be the afternoon, but it might be a couple of days. And if you weren't selected, then you get to go home, and it was just a waste of 4 hours of your day. They're going to tell you a million times that it wasn't a waste and that you're contributing to how democracy and fair judgment works. But man, does it feel like a waste of your day. Before you go, you're also going to want to figure out the distance from your house to the courthouse because they'll actually reimburse you like 10 cents for mileage. So particularly if you live far away, you're really going to want to know that distance. And that's how to do jury duty. So this video could not have been more boring, and to reward you for listening how to do jury duty, I'm going to show you the most awesome t-shirt ever. As you can see, while I hang out in the light, the Cheshire Cat becomes more and more awesome. It's the best thing ever.